Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber CISM Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the exam with focused explanations and practical context. Organizational structure plays a defining role in how security is governed and implemented across an enterprise. The way a company is structured determines how security responsibilities are assigned, how authority is delegated, and how quickly decisions can be made and acted upon. Structure affects visibility, whether leaders can see and assess risk across the organization, and it influences how efficiently incidents are escalated and resolved. Different models, centralized or decentralized, also affect policy enforcement, consistency, and autonomy at the operational level. For a structure to be effective, it must align with both the organization's business objectives and its security governance needs. When structure is poorly aligned with governance goals, security can become fragmented, duplicated, or even ignored. Escalation paths may become unclear, roles may lack defined authority, and policies may be applied inconsistently. To manage security strategically, professionals must understand how structure supports or obstructs visibility, decision-making, and enforcement. In high-functioning security organizations, structure is not an afterthought. It is an enabler of consistent, proactive, and coordinated risk management across departments, regions, and systems. There are several common models for organizing security functions. In a centralized model, all security authority is consolidated under a single function, typically reporting to a chief information security officer or similar executive. This model allows for high consistency and tight control over policy enforcement and visibility. A federated model distributes authority across business units but maintains coordination through a central security function. This approach balances local autonomy with centralized oversight, making it a good fit for large or diversified organizations. A decentralized model allows each business unit or department to manage its own security. While this offers flexibility, it can also create silos, inconsistent controls, and difficulties in standardizing reporting or incident response. The matrix model blends vertical and horizontal authority by giving individuals multiple reporting lines. For example, reporting to both a department head and a central security function. Finally, hybrid models combine elements of these approaches. For instance, security architecture might be centralized, while operational response is decentralized. Each model has strengths and weaknesses and must be chosen based on business needs, risk appetite, and operational complexity. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other podcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Within any structure, specific roles support the execution of governance responsibilities. The Chief Information Security Officer typically holds strategic responsibility, serving as the top executive overseeing security across the enterprise. The CISO provides vision, secures funding, and ensures that the security program aligns with organizational goals. A security governance committee may also be established. This group includes cross-functional leaders who oversee policy direction, risk prioritization, and alignment with enterprise risk management. Information security managers handle day-to-day policy enforcement, team supervision, and the translation of strategy into operational plans. They coordinate technical teams, review controls, and lead incident response readiness. Risk officers, or compliance officers, ensure that all activities meet relevant legal and regulatory obligations. Meanwhile, system owners and data owners are responsible for the specific assets under their control. They must understand the classification of their data, approve access, and collaborate with security teams to ensure proper protection is in place. Senior leadership plays a powerful role in shaping the security posture of the organization. They are responsible for approving the security strategy and allocating the budget needed to implement initiatives. Leadership also provides formal authority to the CISO or equivalent leader, ensuring that security directives are respected across departments. By integrating security goals into enterprise risk management processes, senior leadership signals that security is not optional, it is essential. Support from leadership also reinforces the cultural aspects of governance. When executives model good security behaviors, follow policies, and discuss security in public forums, they influence employee attitudes. Perhaps most importantly, leadership sets the tone for risk tolerance. They determine how much risk the organization is willing to accept and how strongly security policies will be enforced. Without this support, even the best designed policies may lack the influence needed to produce behavioral change. Security operations depend on clearly defined responsibilities at the team level. Security analysts monitor systems, review alerts, and escalate potential incidents. These frontline professionals ensure the environment is continuously observed. Architects and engineers design, implement, and maintain controls that support policy. They play a critical role in translating strategic requirements into technical configuration. Audit and compliance staff assess whether controls are working as intended and identify deviations from policy or regulation. Security trainers are responsible for developing awareness programs and tracking participation. These programs are essential for embedding security into everyday behavior. Incident handlers coordinate across technical, legal, and communication teams when an event occurs. They follow documented procedures to contain, investigate, and recover from security incidents, ensuring a consistent and timely response. Defining and documenting roles is essential for effective governance. Each role must align with job functions and specific tasks from relevant domains. Clarity in roles avoids confusion, duplication of effort, and missed responsibilities. Well-documented responsibilities also enable accurate performance assessments and support compliance audits. Every role should contain both strategic and operational responsibilities, reflecting the fact that decisions made at every level impact security outcomes. Documentation should include job descriptions, control ownership, escalation paths, and dependencies. This allows teams to coordinate effectively and understand how their actions support broader security objectives. Roles must also evolve with changes in business priorities, new regulations, or shifts in the threat landscape. Whenever the organization changes, roles and responsibilities should be re-examined and updated accordingly. Continuous documentation ensures that governance keeps pace with organizational change. Segregation of duties is a key control in reducing risk. It ensures that no single individual has too much control over critical processes. This separation helps prevent fraud, limits errors, and ensures that checks and balances are in place. Duties should be divided among detection, execution, and review functions. For example, the person who approves access. Role conflicts must be identified during role design, particularly when provisioning access or creating workflows. These conflicts should be evaluated for risk and either resolved or documented for review. Enforcement of segregation of duties relies on access controls and monitoring procedures. These controls ensure that privilege escalation, policy violations, or unauthorized changes are detected and managed appropriately. As organizations grow, segregation of duties becomes more important and more complex, requiring continuous attention. Role-based access control is a key governance mechanism for assigning and auditing permissions. Under this model, individuals are granted access based on their role, not their identity. This simplifies provisioning and reduces the chance of inappropriate access. RBAC aligns well with governance objectives by limiting access to only what is needed for specific job duties. It also makes audits easier by providing a clear connection between responsibilities and access rights. The structure of access permissions should mirror the organizational hierarchy. This ensures that sensitive approvals, escalations, and decisions are routed to the correct authority. Tools like RACI matrices, responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed, help define and document role clarity across activities. Regular access reviews should be conducted to verify that permissions remain appropriate. These reviews are a critical component of governance and must be documented for audit purposes. Every role in a security organization must have a designated reporting structure. This structure ensures that decisions, escalations, and issues are directed to the correct person or team. Accountability extends beyond tasks. It includes meeting compliance, risk, and performance metrics. Security professionals must understand that their role includes achieving outcomes, not just completing activities. Performance reviews should incorporate how well individuals fulfill their defined governance responsibilities. Escalation paths must be clear. When an issue arises, whether it's a policy violation, system failure, or risk concern, Everyone must know who to inform and how quickly. Reporting lines should support policy enforcement. If roles are poorly defined or reporting lines are unclear, policy enforcement becomes weak. In contrast, when reporting structures are aligned with governance, they reinforce authority and ensure rapid, appropriate action. As organizations evolve, so must their role structures. New technologies like cloud services, artificial intelligence, or distributed systems create new risks and responsibilities. Roles must be reassessed to ensure they cover emerging functions like DevSecOps, privacy engineering, or supply chain security. Regulatory changes may also require new positions such as data protection officers or compliance coordinators with specialized responsibilities. Organizational growth increases complexity. As teams expand, roles may need to be segmented, scaled, or redefined. Security must be embedded into new functions and departments, not just bolted on afterward. This includes creating governance roles in product teams, development groups, or cloud infrastructure units. Continuous improvement means not only reviewing controls, but also revisiting roles and responsibilities to ensure alignment with business and risk goals. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bare Metal Cyber CISM Prepcast. For more episodes, tools, and study support, visit us at baremetalcyber.com.